Okay, so now that we got the front arm layer, it's gonna be really easy to create that back arm. So let's go ahead and with this arm selected, go to this icon right here to duplicate the layer. I'm gonna go ahead and hit duplicate. And now I'm gonna name this arm back. And the next thing I'm gonna do so that I can see this arm is I'm actually gonna hide the body so I can see that better. Now this arm is right on top of the other layer. So to move that out of the way, I'm gonna use my transform points tool. Make sure that it selects everything. To select everything, I'm gonna hit Control A on my keyboard. That's to select all points. Or if you come up here to edit, select all, that's gonna select all the points within that layer. Now with all those points selected, I'm gonna hit Shift on my keyboard. And what this is gonna do, it's gonna constrain my movement horizontally and also vertically, which is really handy. So I'm gonna hold down Shift and I'm gonna left click and I'm gonna drag over roughly to where that other hand would be. Now what I wanna do is I wanna hide the tracing image. So I'm gonna hit Control U to hide that. And I'm gonna take a look at this hand. So now the perspective has changed, but we also need to add a thumb. So I'm gonna use the Select Shapes tool. I'm gonna hit S on the keyboard. It's gonna select that shape. It's already the correct fill. And I'm just gonna drag out an oval. And now it's gonna be opposite for everything else. I'm gonna hit Q on the keyboard for the Select Shape tool. And I'm gonna bring this all the way to the front. To bring a shape all the way to the front or bring it all the way to the back, simply hold down Shift and then the up arrow or the down arrow. So I'm gonna hold down Shift and hold up. And this is gonna bring that shape all the way up. And then I'm gonna bring this shape all the way to the back. So now the perspective has changed and then this one's gonna stay in the middle. Now I'm gonna go into this shape here and I'm gonna bring back the stroke and I'm gonna mess with this a little bit to make it look a little bit better. So to do that, let's go ahead and let's just drag a point to probably about right there. We might need to shrink that down a little bit and then hit H on the keyboard to bring in our hide edge tool to hide that. So it's gonna need a little bit of fixing there, but this is gonna be hidden with the thumb. So I'm just gonna go ahead and bring that thumb over top. So let's go ahead and select that with the transform points tool. I'm just selecting in the middle and it's selecting, it usually selects everything. I don't wanna hit Control A in this situation because I just wanna select the thumb. If for some reason it's difficult to select, you can come here to the Select Points tool or G on the keyboard. Now with this tool, you have an option to select with either a rectangle or you can come here to the lasso mode and select certain points. It's totally up to you what you want to use. Sometimes it's better to use one than the other. Right now, I'm just going to use the Select Shape tool, hit T on the keyboard, and hold down Shift and just constrain this to the movement this way. So now we have another situation where we want to move the shape up. So this thumb is going to be on top of all other shapes. So I'm going to hold down Shift and up on the up arrow. And then I'm going to select the Hide Edge tool. I'm going to go ahead and hide an edge there. And I'm just going to tweak this a little bit. I'm going to select this point up here. I'm just going to bring this over. So feel free to change these hands to how you want. This is just a really quick way to make hands because hands can actually be pretty complicated anatomically. So that is it. We created both the arm layers. They're both ready to go. We went over the Hide Edge tool. Right now, things still look a little off. Let's go ahead and let's bring our image back in and our body and pants. So things are still looking off. They don't look quite the way that the original image looks like, but we will clean all that up so that it looks just like the image that we're using. So that is it for this video. I'll see you in the next one. Want to learn how to take your drawings and bring them to life? If you want to learn more about character design and the Moho drawing tools, be sure to check out my step-by-step online course that teaches you how to take your character designs from paper to animation. Want to take the course? Use promo code CHARACTER2019 and get the course 50% off. Link is in the description.